In this video, I'll demonstrate how to work with the local repository that we have, because at the end of the day, the repositories are really just there to host and keep track of the codes and edits that we create for a project. So the first thing I'll do is to change directory to my local repository. And once I'm in my repository, I could use the command line argument to create a new R file. So let's just call it demo.r. And I could go ahead and open it in RStudio. And if we open our working directory, we could see that indeed we have this demo.r file in our folder. So suppose for this project, I'm looking at the iris dataset. And suppose one of the first few things I want to do is just to look at the head of this dataset. And I'm going to save my changes and go back to terminal. And from the command line, I could see that indeed, so head, I just added this new line to demo.r that says head of iris. And in terms of the git command, because I've now made some changes to my repository, I can do git status. And it will just tell me that I now have this new file called demo.r, and these are my untracked changes. And it suggests that I could use Git Add to track this file and then to add it to the staging area. So basically, Git internally, it has a so-called two-step commit. So first, you could use Git Add to add a file or add your edits to a staging area. And from the staging area, you can commit these changes or commit or capture a version of your working directory into the commit history. So this is indeed what I'm going to do. I'm going to do git add, and then I could do file name, so demo.r, or alternatively, I could just do git add and then dot. That just means all changes in my current working directory. And if I do git status again, it will tell me that I now put demo.r into the staging area, and then these changes are ready to be committed. And in terms of actually doing the commit, so the argument goes git commit, and then there's a -m flag. That means I want to add a commit message that goes along with this commit. So suppose in the message, I'll just say create demo.r. And indeed, it will tell me that this version of my working directory has been committed, and this is the unique commit hash that I got. And if I do git status again, it will say that I have now committed all of my changes or edits in the working directory, and it says that my branch is ahead of origin master by 1 commit, and I can use git push to publish my local commits. This just means that I have now successfully captured a snapshot of the current state of my local working directory using add and commit, and we'll go into details about how to synchronize with the remote repository on GitHub in the next video.